I'm going to be telling you 25 secrets that you probably didn't know in the new 99 Nights in the Forest updates. When you're playing the fishing minigame, if you type yay fishing, you'll be given 2 diamonds for free, but this only works once. There was this one secret that the majority of the players didn't even notice, even including me. But since I always read the comments that you guys leave under my videos, this particular comment caught my eye. But essentially it says, why is the Dino Boy in the poster yellow, but when we save him, he's white? Yeah, why is it like that? As you can see, he's actually white right here in this cutscene, and in the poster, he is indeed yellow. But the real reason why he's yellow in the poster is because that's a neutral color for a Roblox character. If someone goes missing in real life, they make a sketch out of you in black and white. So you could say it's similar to that, but for the Lego version. A quick announcement, we finally hit 1% with subscribers! That and every single Saturday, I'll be live streaming and I'll be giving away some Robux if that's something you're looking forward to. And it's all free! With the new frog update, this weird pond now shows up. And you're basically given a free weapon since this poison spear always spawns on this bridge. And I would say it's pretty strong. So you better use this instead of wasting your ammo. With the new fishing update, we're now able to fish, and there's 9 different types of fishes to discover. But you might be asking yourself, what happens if you capture all of them? Well, let me show you all the secret locations in order to obtain all those fishes. This right here is considered the fresh pond, and you're able to obtain 4 fishes out of the 9 in this exact pond, which are the mackerel, the salmon, the clownfish, and the swordfish. But let's move on to the next one. This one right here is considered the algal pond. I have no idea who made up these names, but that's what it's called, and hopefully I said it right. And in this pond, you're able to fish 5 out of the 9 fishes, those being the salmon, the clownfish, the swordfish, the jellyfish, and a shark, which is the most difficult fish to capture. This pond right here is called the cold pond, and it's only found in the snow biome. In this pond, there's only 2 types of fishes that can be caught, and those fishes are called the char and the eel, and these 2 are only exclusively caught in the cold pond, which means you can't get them anywhere else. This is the hardest pond to reach because it can only be found in the outer skirts of the forests, and this pond is called the bone pond, and you're able to capture 5 different species in this area, those being the clownfish, the swordfish, the jellyfish, a shark, and the old boots. You'll then be given this badge right here for obtaining every single species that you can in the game. Everyone has wondered, how many times do you have to fish in order for your rod to level up? Well, I ended up counting every single fish that I caught, and these are the results. I ended up catching 35 mackerels, 4 salmons, 2 keys, and 2 pieces of material. So in total, it took me 43 things in order to level up my rod to level 2. And I was actually kind of surprised when I was leveling up my level 2 rod, because it turns out it only took 20 mackerel, 1 key, 1 swordfish, 3 salmon, and 1 single screw in order for it to be maxed out. And now when it's time to upgrade it, the good rod will turn into a strong rod. This is the best rod you'll be able to obtain and use in the game. If you're fishing in the most difficult pond in the game, there is a chance that you reel in a trident. This secret weapon is only obtainable by fishing in the bone pond, and the sheer power that this trident does is an absurd amount. Only taking 2 hits in order to kill a wolf, that's when you know this melee weapon is really strong. For the next secrets, if you obtain all 8 frog keys, you can actually open a secret door inside the pond. All you have to do is jump inside the pond and it will teleport you somewhere else. All you gotta do is put the keys inside the door and boom, this secret door should open up. Just make sure you're prepared to fight because there's gonna be some enemies waiting for you. Now let's get into some serious business. We have the strongest weapon right here versus the strongest enemy. So how many shots will it take to take down this king frog? And it took roughly 5 shots. For the purple frog, it only took 2 shots. For the blue, it only took 1 shot. And yeah, the green one just got obliterated. You might be wondering, is it even safe to be down here when it's nighttime? Well, holy moly! Whoa! You might also be wondering, are other things able to teleport if they go inside the pond? Well, as you can see, this wolf jumped in and he didn't go anywhere. He was just right below me.
Cheeseburgers.
So no, they're not able to teleport like us. For unlocking the secret room and taking down the king frog, you will be rewarded with this secret chest right here. And these are all the different types of items you are able to get from this chest. If you obtain the secret poison armor, this will happen if you get into some combat. If the enemy tries to attack you, they will get poisoned. So it's similar to the thorn armor, but if you get shot, they will not get poisoned because they didn't touch you. They only shot you. So this only works for enemies that physically touch you or hurt you with a melee weapon. Once again, I was looking through the comments and I saw one particular comment that mentioned about the oil drill. It states that the oil drill gets progressively faster the more oil barrels it produces. So we're gonna find out if this is true or not. So let's put down the oil drill and wait for it. And once again, it took exactly 8 minutes to produce one of these. And now all I had to do was wait for it to produce another one to see how long it took to create the second one. And it turns out it still takes exactly 8 minutes to produce another one. So to summarize it, it does not get progressively faster. It will always take exactly 8 minutes to produce an oil barrel. One thing you might be wondering about, is it possible to put a teleporter inside the frog pond? Well, let's find out. Sorry to disappoint, but you're not able to put a teleporter down here. If you unlock the secret pond room, in the corner of the room, you will see this thing right here. This is a tablet and it shows you the different types of items that you can possibly get from fishing in these ponds. But how many tries will it actually take to get one of these things? Well, I can tell you right now that it took more than 10, 30, 50, and almost 60 tries until we got the poison spear. And after we got the poison spear, we ended up getting another one almost 2 reels in after. And at this point, we were just catching so many spears back to back. At this point, it wasn't even 3%. It felt like 50-50. Just look at this. It's insane. If you obtain the frog boots, these little things make you jump higher than normal and you're able to jump over walls like it's a piece of cake. So it's definitely a very useful item and something that you should probably use if you want to survive pretty long. One secret, if you're down here and the deer spawns and you leave out of the pond, the deer won't be able to attack you anymore because he's gonna be stuck down there and you're up here. So it's safe to say that it's very... Oh my... So what happens if you end up obtaining the boots? What can you exactly do with it? Well, it turns out that if you put it in the campfire, it doesn't fuel up the campfire. And if you put it in the crafting table, it also doesn't do anything. So I guess this boot is just for decorations only. If you end up getting the jellyfish, it shows a little charge just like the chile, and sadly you aren't able to cook it. But if you end up eating the jellyfish, you will gain a boost of speed that will make you run quicker than normal. But sadly, it only lasts around like 3 to 5 seconds, so it's not that long. If you end up obtaining the blow darts, this is how it looks like, and for some reason it says right here blow darts, but when you get the item it says blow pipe. So the creators might have messed up the names, but this thing shoots 3 shots pretty quick back to back and it has unlimited ammo. But the bad part about it, it takes roughly 7 seconds for it to fully reload, which is probably the slowest weapon in the game that reloads. But overall, it does do a good amount of damage to enemies, and after getting shot, they also get poisoned, so they slowly lose health after getting hit by one of these. Another secret, if you're in the forest and the owl spawns in, it will start chasing you. But if you make it back safely in your campfire, for some odd reason, this time the owl doesn't drop a feather, which means no more feathers that could be traded for some fuel. If you end up finding a cabin and you go to the door, you can no longer put it in your sack. So what was a secret is now patched and it doesn't work anymore. I did not expect this, but if you have the poison armor and you try to put on the iron armor actually replaces it. So does that mean the iron armor is better than the poison one? What do you think? Here's something that you probably didn't know. If you end up getting a biofuel processor, you can actually put the bunny's foot in there and you're able to use it as fuel as well. This is something I didn't expect that could happen, but it turns out it can. Another neat secret, you are actually able to get items through the window. This is pretty much useful just in case you don't want to fight anything that's in the house that can hurt you. But after getting all this stuff, you can just run away, all safe and sound. For some odd reason, cake can finally grow in your crops, which is one of the weirdest things I've ever seen. And you can actually put cake in the cooking pot, which is also another weird thing, but it is what it is. Anyways, if you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe, and I'll see you guys on the next video. Adios.